The term Mocro Maffia refers to a criminal network primarily composed of individuals of Moroccan descent which operates in the Netherlands. It gained significant media attention and notoriety in recent years due to its involvement in various organized crime activities, including drug trafficking, assassinations, and other forms of serious criminal offenses. Authorities have confirmed that drug activities alone generate many billions of euros every year for the Mocro Maffia. The origins of the Dutch Mocro Maffia can be traced back to the 1970s and 1980s when Moroccan immigrants began settling in the Netherlands. Over time, some members of this community became involved in criminal activities, forming networks and establishing connections with other criminal organizations. These networks started to engage in drug trafficking, mainly involving the importation and distribution of large quantities of cocaine. Ridouan Taghi is one of the most prominent figures associated with the Dutch Mocro Maffia. Born in Morocco in the late 1970s, Taghi moved with his family to Vianen in the Netherlands in 1980. He grew up in a working-class neighborhood and became involved in crime from a young age. In 1992, as a member of the Bad Boys youth gang, Taghi received his first sentence for burglaries and possession of weapons, among other charges. Although Taghi remained an active part of the Dutch criminal underworld, he stayed off the police's radar. Taghi's criminal career gained momentum in the early 2000s when he became more heavily involved in the Amsterdam criminal underworld. He established connections with various criminal organizations and began expanding his influence in the drug trade. Taghi and his associates were allegedly involved in importing large amounts of cocaine from South America into Europe, primarily using the Netherlands as a transit point. As Taghi's criminal empire grew, he began to form links with criminal kingpins from other countries. Within Europe, he became known for his ruthlessness and involvement in violent crimes. The Mocro Maffia, with Taghi as one of its key figures, engaged in a series of high-profile assassinations and turf wars with rival criminal organizations. These conflicts resulted in a wave of violence that shocked the Netherlands and garnered significant media attention. Taghi's criminal organization is alleged to have been responsible for several high-profile assassinations and attempted murders. The victims included rival criminals, potential witnesses, and individuals considered a threat to the organization. The methods used by the cartel were often brutal and involved shootings and bombings. Taghi was implicated in a number of high-profile cases, repeatedly being named by prosecutors and witnesses as being involved in attempts to kill off his competition. "If you want something done right, do it yourself" must have been Taghi's mantra during his time, as he rarely delegated these violent tasks to others. Although at times, prosecutors failed to pin charges on Taghi due to a lack of evidence. Sometimes they got lucky, as when they found Taghi's DNA on bullets used in the attempted assassination of criminal Samir Jabli. One of the most prominent cases connected to Ridouan Taghi and his criminal network was the murder of Dutch lawyer Dirk Wiersum in September 2019. Wiersum was involved in representing a Crown witness, Nabil B., who had provided information about the Mocro Maffia to the authorities. The killing of Wiersum sparked outrage in the Netherlands and led to intensified efforts to dismantle the criminal organization. Ridouan Taghi became the most wanted criminal in the Netherlands, with a record-breaking 100,000 euros being offered for information leading to his arrest. Law enforcement agencies in the Netherlands launched a large-scale investigation known as the 26 Koper Operation to dismantle the Mocro Maffia and capture Taghi. The operation involved cooperation between various agencies, including the Dutch police, intelligence services, and international partners. It resulted in the arrest of numerous individuals connected to the cartel, including several high-ranking members. One crucial aspect of the investigation that eventually led to Taghi's capture was the use of encrypted phones. Encrypted phones, also known as cryptophones or secure phones, are devices specifically designed to provide enhanced privacy and security for communication. These phones use advanced encryption algorithms to protect the content of messages and make it difficult for law enforcement to intercept or monitor communications. However, in a significant development, it was discovered that Taghi and his criminal network were relying heavily on encrypted phones for their illicit activities. The encrypted phones they used were not as secure as they believed them to be. In fact, they were using a specific brand of encrypted phones known as encrypted, which was secretly compromised by law enforcement agencies. Unbeknownst to Taghi and his associates, European law enforcement agencies, in cooperation with international partners, had successfully infiltrated the encrypted network. They managed to gain control of the company's servers, allowing them to monitor and intercept the communications of thousands of encrypted users, including Taghi and his criminal network. This covert operation provided investigators with a treasure trove of valuable information about Taghi's criminal activities, including details of planned operations, locations of hideouts, and names of accomplices. Law enforcement agencies were able to gather extensive evidence, which ultimately led to the dismantling of Taghi's criminal organization. Although Taghi had managed to evade capture by using fake passports and visas and constantly changing his appearance, he was finally located. In December 2019, as a result of the information obtained through the encrypted infiltration, Taghi was located and arrested in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. The operation to apprehend him involved close coordination between Dutch authorities, Europol, and local law enforcement agencies in Dubai. Taghi was then extradited to the Netherlands to face charges related to his criminal activities. Taghi remains in highly restricted custody in the Netherlands. He is forbidden to communicate with anyone other than his legal representation. Controversy continues to swirl around Taghi even though he is under lock and key. His lawyer, Ines Vesky, was arrested in April of 2023, suspected of passing information to others on behalf of Taghi. Vesky, a lawyer for over 40 years, has since stepped down from Taghi's legal team, leading to the unlikely news that Taghi will now represent himself at trial. Additionally, one of Taghi's family members, former lawyer Youssef T, has been jailed for 5.5 years. He had been caught passing information from Taghi to others, as well as being involved in plans to violently break Taghi out of prison. Youssef T had been acting as a member of Taghi's legal counsel, but had aroused suspicions when it became clear that their conversations were not about legal matters. The case of Ridouan Taghi and the use of encrypted phones highlights the evolving challenges faced by law enforcement agencies in combating organized crime in the digital age. While encryption can provide essential privacy and security for legitimate purposes, it can also be exploited by criminals. In this case, the compromised encrypted phones played a pivotal role in the successful capture and prosecution of Taghi, bringing an end to his reign of criminal activities. Taghi's arrest marked a significant blow to the Mocro Maffia, but the network continues to exist, albeit with some internal power struggles and restructuring. The Dutch authorities remain committed to combating organized crime and maintaining public safety, focusing on dismantling criminal networks and prosecuting individuals involved in such activities.